not so much even for me, maybe cryptocurrency. I mean, that's one aspect of things in the space that I've been in for 10 years. To me, it's the starting of what I first heard about back in 2012 when I first heard about Bitcoin. It's really about empowerment. It's about empowering individuals to be in control of their lives. It's about allowing individuals to have the tools, or giving them the tools they need to control their digital world. And I've always focused on three things, which is identity, communications, and money. So I think cryptocurrency enables all three of those things to come to play, with the ability for people to be involved in a global system that is inclusive and allows them to participate, where for so many people in the world, it just doesn't exist to have financial services and to have the ability to enter a global economy, just because the infrastructure and for billions of people around the world may not be in place for them to have the traditional systems or the financial services that we're so used to. So it means opportunity, it means empowerment, it means inclusiveness. There's so many different aspects that I can see with the word cryptocurrency, or speaking to it in terms of Bitcoin may be a bit different than speaking in terms of Ethereum. So it's very encompassing, but it means many different things to me. And it was a light went off when I learned about cryptocurrencies back in 2012, and it was coming off the heels of a financial crisis that had hit the U.S., and trying to study about the economics of what had happened, and learning more about economics is what I was doing around that time in 2010, 2011. And it was like, okay, but what could be done to fix these boom and bust cycles, this system that relies on so many intermediaries and middlemen. And that's when I read Satoshi's paper, and that's when I heard about Bitcoin. It was like, it hit me with it, that this is a solution. It's a way to use decentralized technologies and to create the ability for a cash system that utilizes digital, which was brought forward with the internet. And so it means a ton of different things to me, but I guess if I had to bring it down to one word, it's empowerment. And I think from there it can spread into many other things, and it's spread from finance into many other sectors with smart contracts, and that's then led to the NFT situation that's happening now, the NFT world that's emerging, and it's led to it's led to the expanse of DeFi and decentralized finance and so many different things. But yeah, if I had to say one word, it means empowerment to me.
Yeah, empowerment. That's really great. And obviously cryptocurrencies are more popular than ever. However, people do say that you no longer trust the security of cryptocurrencies. Is that really true?
Yeah, no, that wasn't really what I've ever said. When you become your own bank, when you are empowered, it comes with other responsibilities that need to be addressed and thought about. So financial institutions or banks came about many years ago because they could provide a safety for people that held on to cash, and it became a safe way to store people's funds so weren't walking around with it. From there, the banking system developed, financial institutions developed to loaning out that money and creating a fractional reserve system. But safety was kind of the paramount concern, I think, where you could trust, and that's what it's about. You would trust a third party to hold your money, and you're paying that or they're providing services to you. So as the shift is happening towards empowering people to be in control of their digital lives, it comes with also responsibility, and part of that responsibility is security and safety. So a lot of people I don't think have recognized yet that with that empowerment, you do have to think more about, okay, my money potentially isn't in a bank now. So there's other elements where you'd be used to passing off that security to a third party or an intermediary to manage for you. But the idea of empowerment and being in control of your digital wealth, or being in control of your digital assets, does come with a price of ensuring that you have to keep it safe and that you're responsible for the security and safety of that. So that's more about what I was talking about in terms of the security side of things. It's an industry where the wealthy in the space have to be considerate of their security and have to be considerate that they are now in full control and they're not relying on a third party to take custodianship potentially, or to have that. So there has to be other thinking towards safety and towards security that you may not have to think too much about when you have it in the hands of other people. So that's more about what I was referencing. And it was about, there's a lot of third-party services out there that can still enable you to be in control of your digital assets, but split it up into many ways or put it in ways so that others can't get to it. But it has opened the door. Everything's a double-edged sword. So even with the use of cryptocurrencies, there's other downsides. We see what's happened with ransomware attacks that have been targeting people using the features of cryptocurrencies in order to create an anonymous way to, unfortunately, hold people ransom and demand cryptocurrency in return. And that's just one of the things that people need to be considerate of and need to be more cautious and careful, because of the features of the products also can potentially lead to things that people need to be more concerned about. So that's what I was speaking about more on the security and the safety side is with more responsibility, you also have to have more things that need to be thought about. So when you have the power to be in control, you also have to be aware of that also comes with other added risks and other things that need to be considered of.
What about your physical security? Is this something that has been affected since you've been involved in the world of cryptocurrencies as well?
Yeah, definitely. I remember, years ago, 2013, 2014, speaking with other colleagues, we envisioned a real need for a specialized security services to be developed, because you would have these crypto wealthy folk that would need to think about things a little bit differently. So yeah, I've had personal security for a while, and security programs and plans in place, and it's something that I feel very comfortable the way that I do things over the last few years. But it is something that needs to be addressed, and I do encourage more and more people to be considerate of that and thinking about that. Because of the added responsibility that is required when you do take more control or more empowerment of your digital assets or your financial things, and sometimes there are trade-offs when you make the move in that direction to say, I don't want to rely on these third parties anymore. I'm going to be in full control myself. There's other things to be considered of, and I do encourage people to take those considerations and to ensure that they're thinking about that. And it's something that has been top of mind for me for the last number of years. And it's something that I do take very seriously, and something that I feel I'm pretty comfortable with what I have in place right now.